Dear student, myself Rajendra Asari. I am assistant professor in computer science department at Government Bangat PG College, Daytona. In the previous lectures, we started a concept on SQL. In SQL, there are various clauses like select, from, and where. We discussed in detail about all these clauses, and some queries also have been discussed. Then we have discussed the rename operation, means in order to rename a particular attribute in SQL, we used a command as. Okay, so all these concepts we have done. Now some new concept. So in this lecture series, first outline we are discussing data definition. We already covered. In data definition, we are dealing mainly with integrity constraint, making the primary key and foreign key attribute, making some attribute null or not null. Okay, defining the types of the attribute, defining the structure of the table, how many rows are there, how many attributes are there. So all the schema related information, drop table, alter table, structure related information, physical storage of the relation, all these things comes under data definition. Then we have discussed about basic query structure. Now in today's lecture, some more new concept we are discussing like set operation. Then we will discuss aggregate function, null values, significance of the null value, nested subquery, then some complex query. Means if you are having some complex conditions, okay, then they comes under complex query and they can be done with help of nested subquery also. Then some views, how to create the view, how to access the queue, or how to make the query in SQL based on views. Then modification of the database in SQL. Modification, all these concepts we discussed under relational algebra, but now we are discussing a new query language, SQL. So tuple variable. Tuple variables are defined in the from clause via the use of the age clause. Like, so first thing, tuple variable we are using in which clause? From clause, and with the clause as, right? So these 2 points are important, from in the from clause and with the clause as. Example, find the customer name and their loan numbers for all the customer having a loan at some branch. So suppose we require all the customer name and their loan number for all the customer having a loan at some branch. Okay, so we require in the select clause name of the customer, first point. Second point, we require loan number. So this loan number is not a property of a particular relation. It can be present in loan relation as well as it can present in borrower relation, right? So T dot loan number. Third is S dot amount. Now uh, you will be worrying that what is this T and S. So T and S is nothing else, these are the tuple variable, and these are related to different relation. So from where you come to know that T and S information, this comes from tuple variable relation. Information comes from clause. So now come go in the from clause. In from clause, relation name is borrower, and we are using a tuple variable for this relation as T. Means with help of T tuple variable, we can access the tuples of borrower relation. Second, relation name is loan as S. Means from S tuple variable, we can access the tuples of loan relation, right? Now third is where clause. In where clause we are writing T dot loan number is equal to S dot loan number. T is related to borrower and S related to loan. Clear? So rather than writing borrower dot loan number and loan dot loan number, we are just minimizing, or just we can say using the different name, aliasing. Aliasing means using a small name at place of a long relation name. That's why we are using tuple variable. Okay, it is basically a token for a relation. In order to access the rows or tuples of a particular relation, then rather than using by their relation name, we can pick a particular we can say symbol, that is called as tuple variable, right? So again, in this query, we are writing customer name picking, loan number from T and amount from S. So borrower is relation, and for that T is the tuple variable. Similarly, S is tuple variable for loan. This line is very important, right? And then after that, the condition that T loan number and S loan number are same to remove the duplicacy, right? Next, find the name of all the branches. We require what? Branches name that have greater asset than some branches at located at Brooklyn. So the point is here that first we need to pick all the asset which are located at Brooklyn branch, right? After that, we need to pick all the asset which are greater than this Brooklyn branch. So how to do this? Select distinct to remove the duplicacy, and after that T dot branch name. T dot branch name is the branch name attribute from and the corresponding tuple variable is T. Similarly, in the from relation, in the from clause, we need to write down the relation name is branch, and as is the we can say clause, and the attribute is T. Similarly, branch as S. Now where T dot asset should be greater than S dot asset, and at the same time S branch city should be Brooklyn. So S branch city is Brooklyn. All the we can say tuples which are corresponding to Brooklyn will come, and after that we are putting at the same time condition that T dot asset, T is related to branch, means all the other branches asset which are greater than this particular asset of the branch related to Brooklyn. Okay, so in this manner this query can be simplified. Now keyword as is optional and it may be omitted if we will use borrower as T is equal to borrower T, means as is optional, rather than writing as T we can simply write down borrower T. It is same as declaring a variable of a data type. Suppose in C we used to write down, suppose int variable we need to declare, then now to write down int data type and x is the variable name. Similarly here at place of data type we need to write down relation name, and at place of variable we need to write down tuple variable, right? Next, string operation. SQL include a string matching operator for comparison on character string, like the operator like usage patterns that are described using two special characters, like percentage. The percentage character matches any substring, means with the help of, if we are writing percentage, it will match the substring. Okay, a collection of character will be matched at the same time. Underscore, the underscore matches any character, means a single character will be matched at a time, right? Example, suppose we want to find the name of all the customer, we want name of all customer whose street include the substring mean, means in the condition we need to check that any street name is having the collection of character at the same time mean, it means those particular customer name will be picked. Okay, so select clause, we want customers, all the customer name, so just write down name of customer in select clause, from which relation? Customer relation, and we are putting a condition on city, customer city or customer street, and like is the command. Percentage says that anywhere if we are getting this combination of character mean, it means that particular customer street will be pegged, and that corresponding to that particular street customer name will put in the final output. Okay, it will match the name if you match the name main percentage, it means before the main before the main there should be nothing. Okay, before main there is no percentage, it means in the customer street the name should start from main, and after that there can be any character. Clear? So the name start from main, customer city name start from main, they will be we can say sorted from this particular command, like main and then percentage. SQL support a variety of string operations such as concatenation, double vertical symbol, converting from upper to lowercase letter and vice versa, and finding string length, extracting a substring, etc. So ordering the display of tuple. If you want to order the display of the tuple in a particular form, then order by clause is used. Example, list in alphabetical order the names of all customer having a loan in parish branch. Condition is on branch name. We want all the name of customer from loan relation. So how to write down? Parish branch, loan relation, customer information. It means we require two relation, borrower and branch. Okay, so select distinct. Why distinct? Because we want to use order by, and we want to remove the duplicate. To remove the duplicate, distinct customer name of the column required from borrower as well as loan, where borrower loan number should be equal to loan number and branch name should be equal to parish. This statement is removing the duplicacy and branch name is equal to parish. Now order by means according to which attribute or which column we want to order by the customer name, according to customer name alphabetically. We may specify DESC for descending order or ASC for ascending order. For each attribute, ascending order is the by default notation. Means in order by, if we are not mentioning any ASC or DESC, then by default it will be ordered according to ascending order of that particular column. Like if you want to put manually in descending order, then how to write down? In order by clause, we need to write down the required column, means in which column, according to which column we want to order by them, the order by and then the required column name and DESC for the descending order. If we write here ASC, then it will do ascending order, and if you don't write anything, then again by default it will pick as ascending order, right? Now set operation. In set there are three operation: union, intersect and accept. Union is same as set union, intersection set intersection and minus set difference. If we want to eliminate duplicate, then simply we will use union, intersect and accept. If we want to remain the duplicate as it is, then union all, intersect all and accept all, right? Suppose a tuple occur m time in R and n time in S, then it occurs m plus n time in R union all S. Minimum mn times in R intersect all S, and maximum 0 comma m minus n time in R except all S. Clear to all of you? Mathematically I explained, and these all operation already discussed in relational algebra. Here we are discussing in SQL. Only the notations are differ, but the output of the query will be same as in SQL or as in relational algebra. Some query find all the names of customer who have loan, account or both. It means select what we want, customer name from depositor, and as well as find customer name from borrower, and then do the union. If we want all the customer who have both a loan and account, then both means intersect. The same query, but rather than using union, we will write down here intersect. Find all customer who have an account but no loan. It means they should related to account. It means depositor and not related to borrower. So same query, but here rather than writing intersect or union, we need to write down accept. Means they will be related to depositor but not related to borrower. So in this manner, we can perform the queries related to union, intersect and accept, right? Next is aggregate function. These functions operate on the multiset of values of a column of a relation and return a value. Means it will take many value in many input and one output, many to one. Average, it will do average of the given values and one output will be given. Minimum, it will check all the values corresponding to a particular attribute and it will return minimum value. Similarly for maximum, it will pick the maximum value. Sum, it will just combine all the values and return the sum. Count, it will count the number of values or number of rows in a particular we can say relation. Aggregate function, some examples are written here. Suppose we want average account balance at parish branch. So condition on parish branch, for each branch. So from in the where clause from account, and what is what we want average. So how to write down in the select avg is the function name in bracket required attribute. So aggregate function name in bracket balance. Next query, find the name number of tuples. Number of tuples means count. Just write down select count in bracket star, and from which relation? Customer relation. Find the number of depositor in the bank. Number of depositor means from depositor relation, and what we want, the number of depositors. It means select count. We need to write down how many number of rows are there in depositor. That will be number of customer. And if a customer name is duplicate, then to remove the duplicacy, just write down before the customer name attribute distinct to remove the duplicacy on customer name. Group by, in aggregate function we are writing group by clause. Suppose find the number of depositor for each branch. So according to branch, if we want to make them as group, then we need to write down group by and then branch name. So it will just make a group of the domains related to a particular attribute, that is branch name. Okay, so different sets will be maintained here. Now attributes in select clause outside of aggregate function must appear in group by list. Very important point, right? Now aggregate function having clause. If you want to put any condition on the aggregate function, then having clause, where clause is used for a single attribute, but having clause is used for putting a condition on the we can say aggregate function. So here I am saying that find the name of all branches where the aggregate average account balance is more than 1200. So we are putting condition on average account. So first we need to calculate average balance from account and branch name also. We are doing group by on the branch name. This branch name attribute is coming in group by, so this should be by default present in the select clause, and putting the condition on average, so it will be written under having clause. So in this manner, predicate in having clause are related to group, whereas predicate in where clause are related to written in the where clause, and they are related to a particular attribute, single attribute. So in this manner we can perform on aggregate function also. Upcoming lecture some more new concept. That's all from this lecture. Thank you.